Hey, you know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? That's getting burned by your old wireless bill. While you're planning beach trips and barbecues and 3-day weekends, your wireless bill should be the last thing holding you back. That's why I made the switch to Mint Mobile. With plans starting at $15 a month, Mint Mobile gives you premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network. The coverage and the speed you're used to, but way less money. So while your friends are sweating over data overages and surprise charges, you'll be chilling literally and financially. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you. All plans come from high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered to the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. I use this and you should too. And honestly, the switch to Mint Mobile was a no-brainer for me. The service is just as good as my old provider, but my bill is a fraction of what it used to be. I haven't had any dropped calls. My data speeds are solid, and knowing I'm saving money every single month, that's the real win. This year, skip breaking the sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/RLRC. That's mintmobile.com/RLRC. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months. 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for the first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Did you know there's an online cannabis company that ships federally legal THC right to your door? And they found a way to combine THC with carefully selected functional ingredients to target nearly every mood and health concern you can think of. I'm talking about Mood.com's incredible line of functional gummies. And you can get 20% off your first order at Mood.com with promo code RLRC. Forget one-size-fits-all supplements that only get you high. Mood's functional gummies are optimized to kick in as little as 15 minutes and take you to the mood that you're looking for. Whether that's Mind Magic gummies for deep work and creativity, PMS support to ease cramps and balance mood swings, or their sexual euphoria gummies to help you feel ready for action and turn every touch into a full body experience. Look, y'all, you know I have trouble sleeping. I take the Sleepy Time gummy. I take a quarter of one before I go to sleep, and I sleep hard all night long. Never even move, wake up feeling fresh as a daisy. So listen, you can find gummies to just get you high pretty much anywhere these days. But Mood's functional gummies combine premium federal legal THC with targeted botanicals to help you get into that perfect mood, usually in as little as 15 minutes. And everything ships discreetly right to your door. No dispensary lines, no awkward conversations, just better days and nights delivered to your doorstep. Best of all, not only is every Mood product backed by a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with code RLRC. So head to Mood.com, find the functional gummy that matches exactly what you're looking for, and let Mood help you discover your perfect mood. And don't forget to use promo code RLRC when you check out to save 20% on your first order. You ever notice how the smallest changes can completely reset your mood? Like lighting a candle or cracking a window or slipping into a bed that actually feels like it belongs in a luxury retreat. We've been switching things up for the summer over here, and let me just say, refreshing your bedroom with avocado green mattress bedding is totally a game changer, y'all. You already know Avocado for the certified organic mattresses, but their bedding is next level. I'm talking soft, breathable, and sustainably made pieces that don't just look good, they feel like an upgrade for your whole life. Their organic cotton sheets, GOTS certified and insanely soft, like sleeping in a fancy hotel. And their natural linen duvet just gets better every time you wash it. Light, airy, and built to last. We sleep better when we sleep cool, and natural materials like these don't trap heat the way synthetics do. Avocado's bedding helps regulate your temperature all night long, which means no waking up sweaty, no tossing and turning, just good, deep sleep. What I really love, though, you're wrapping yourself in responsibly sourced comfort. These materials are organic, renewable, and ethically made. Better for you and better for the planet. That's what AVOCADO is all about. Mission-driven sustainability without sacrificing luxury. Head to avocadomattress.com today to save 10% on all bedding and 50% on clearance bedding. AVOCADO. Dream of better.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney prior to and during any question. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one for you. Do you understand your rights?
When the wolf is at your door, your running's over, that's for sure. He already knows all about you. Cut you down, no matter by you. Now you better walk the line. Real life, real
Warning. This episode of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast, may contain descriptions of acts of violence or that of a sexual nature and should be for people that are 18 years or older. Heed my warning, people. I do not get the facts of these cases off of the internet or from some television show. The facts I'm retelling you were presented to me by the victims of the crimes or the perpetrators who committed the crimes against the victims. My descriptions of the crime scenes, what I saw with my own two eyes. If you're going to get offended, please turn this podcast off now. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Woody Overton. And we've been working on something for a minute, y'all, and the next hashtag Justice For case. And I apologize ahead of time to everyone who has submitted me their cold cases on their loved ones and their missing loved ones, or if you have questions about the manner of their death and all, everything you've sent me, I wish I could work them all. I just can't. Okay. And hashtag Justice for Hailey is still being worked. But we've gone as far as we can go with it, and the new district attorney in Cobb County is investigating it, Hailey's death, not as a suicide, but investigating it, looking at it with a different, fresh set of eyes, if you will. And that's all we can do for Hailey for right now. We're waiting on results, right? But investigations take time. They don't happen overnight. They don't happen in a couple of weeks. You got to come correct and get the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, if it's there, and prove it to get justice, right? So we're very blessed, and thank you all for calling and emailing and answering the call to action on hashtag Justice for Hailey. You know, every time a TV show runs Cold Case Files or Dateline or something that I've been featured on cases that I've solved, I get more requests from around the world, the United States and overseas and everywhere else. And there's so many people out there that are hurting because their loved ones are gone, right? For whatever reason. And I wish I had the time and the resource to work them all, but I don't. But that being said, I have taken on the next hashtag Justice For, and it's hashtag Justice for Bradley. And his name is Bradley Stracener, Stracener. And he's a young man from Vernon Parish, Louisiana, which is about as far away from me as you can get. And not central, I'd be close to Texas and in the middle of the state. All right. So it's way over there. More commonly, I mean, it's very rural. I think there's the whole parish, and it's a big parish, but it only has 40,000 people. And Fort Polk used to be Fort Polk. Now they named it something else. But when I was at Fort Polk, it was Fort Polk. Now it's Fort Johnson or something, shit like that. But that probably is the largest population area, if you will. But Bradley was from there. He was born and raised there, and he's got some brothers and sisters. He's got a daddy and a mama. He came up and he met a young lady named Morgan Baggett. Okay. And she's a key part to this whole story. And she, in fact, is the reason I'm taking on #Justice for Bradley. Meets, Morgan, and, they began dating, and they had, I think, a 7-year relationship. They got married, and they had a son named Oliver. All right. And that, and I'm probably going to catch some flack because, Bradley, it was a high-risk victim, we'll call it, because during some point during the relationship, he turned to narcotics, and to the point where Morgan ended up divorcing him. And you get this episode that's going to drop, the first episode for #Justice for Bradley is going to drop next Friday, or this Friday coming, and she had the mama up for Oliver, right? But she prayed for Bradley every day, and that he would get straight, et cetera. But he was running with a tough crowd, and ultimately he went missing. Okay. And in the beginning, they didn't think it was any big deal, because Bradley oftentimes would go missing, go on a bender, whatever it may be, disappear for a couple of weeks at a time. But he always came back. And you listen to Friday's episode, and that first episode tells all about Bradley and who he was and what happened in the events leading up to his disappearance. All right. And what the sheriff's office did up until that point. The second episode gives a lot more detail, what happened directly after his disappearance. Now, y'all, this case is 5 years and 8 months old. So yeah, it's cold. But Bradley's never been found. And now, why did I take this case? And people will be like, oh, why wouldn't you take church going, clean guy over here that's missing? Why would you take someone who's a high risk lifestyle? Well, there's lots of twists and turns to this story, and I absolutely think it could be solved. I think it probably should have been solved already. And this story even has, like, Bradley basically speaking to us from the grave, and we'll get to that point. But I have to tell it in a chronological order where it makes sense. But just like I have on everybody else's, Courtney Coco's, et cetera, but we're going to be actively working it. We're going to set up a tip line. It'll be released at midnight when #Justice for Bradley's first episode drops next Friday, 12:01 a.m. That morning when #Justice for Bradley drops, the tip line will be posted everywhere. Now, the story, it's just tragic. Nobody deserves to be murdered. I believe this is absolutely a murder case. I do not believe Bradley Stracener just disappeared and has been on a bender or whatever for 5 years and 8 months. This case has been going on, and there's a reason, a lot of reasons actually, that I believe that. And I didn't take this case lightly. This has been months in the works, and reading things, and finally one night I was like, holy shit, here's basically a holy grail of this is what made me flip my switch. And I'm going to tell that in the series that's coming up. But y'all, there's probably even more than one murder that's going to be involved in this case. even though they're calling it something else right now. But when I tell you the story, it's going to blow your mind. Absolutely going to blow your mind. Now, there's like confessions. One person saw exactly what happened to Bradley, knows how he was murdered, saw his body and everything else. And we'll get to all that. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to do it the way I know how to do it, right? But as these episodes drop each week, tip line is going to be open, and I'm going to work everything you send me. Now, I'm no longer in law enforcement. I don't have to play by their rules. I don't have to report anything to law enforcement if I don't want to. You can call me, you can call the tip line anonymous, 24/7. If you want to leave your information and say, hey, you can talk to me, but I don't want my name to get out there, I'm not going to release it. Nobody can make me release it. If you don't mind if your name's out there, great, right? But I'm going to need tips. And what's going to break this case is this little click, this thing that was going on in Vernon Parish. Somebody's going to flip. And absolutely, someone already has, and they're dead. But like I said, we'll get to that point. And this person gave everything. When it happened, where it happened, saw the body, where the body was, Bradley's body, where Bradley was dumped, the whole 9 yards. And we will get to that. But it's going to be done in chronological order. Also, unfortunate AF. And I hate it, and I don't want to do it. But what's been done in this case by law enforcement, what it seems like for years, it was great. Well, now it's not. And I'm going to tell you about that. Okay. And it's going to make your blood boil. I do not want to go against law enforcement, but I also do not believe any professional investigator should ever go on people's private Facebook pages and throw shade at the person that's doing posting. It wouldn't matter whose case it was. That's just fucking unprofessional. You don't do it. I don't know how you have a job when you do this, right? If I was with the state police and I did it, or with the sheriff's office and I did it, I'd be fired. So, but they're in from point A where it's, foul play suspected, and they did all this stuff, to the point of where Morgan Baggett finally takes to social media, and then you flip a script, and then you do all this other shit that's been done since the flip has been script. This story needs to be told. People need to be put on this. Everybody has to answer to somebody. Okay. I don't care if you're a cop or a doctor or a lawyer or ditch digger. You've got to answer to somebody. We're going to get answers. All right. And after diving into Bradley Stracener's case, going through all the stuff, and there's a lot of craziness to it, y'all. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But then I'm like, how can I not do it? I have the best fans in the world. We've done it time and time again. Courtney Coco, Mary Pouchot, Justice for Hailey. Every time I take them on, Miss Barbara Blunt's case, right, which is only one. There's no arrest been made in yet. How can I not do it? I know telling old cop stories and stuff is funny, or they're interesting, what have you. But now we have the platform with proven success rate of getting justice for these families. How can we not do it? And we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to work it. When you call in your tips, et cetera, and I know a shit ton, and I'm never going to say everything that I know already. Right. And there's certain things that I have to work out and go through and what have you. But I can tell you this, I'm going to work it. This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack and hydration sponsor. We're so excited to announce they've teamed up with Thomas Keller, Michelin star chef of the French Laundry, on 2 special edition products, a salted caramel chip protein bar, and a yuzu mango hydration mix. Y'all, the salted caramel chip bar is officially my new favorite protein bar. It tastes just as dreamy as it sounds, sweet and salty and totally addicting in the best way. This collaboration grew out of Chef Keller's daily regimen of IQ Bar products and combines IQ Bar's nutritional excellence with Keller's culinary expertise. IQ Bar's plant protein bars are packed with clean and delicious ingredients that keep you physically and mentally fit. Example, the salted caramel chip IQ Bar has 12 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar, plus brain-boosting nutrients like lion's mane adaptogen. The yuzu mango IQ mix is a refreshing zero sugar hydration mix that marries bold flavor, essential electrolytes for your body, and lion's mane plus magnesium for your brain. Just mixed with water for the Michelin star taste and next level hydration. With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are fueling their busy lifestyles with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. When IQ Bar sent me the salted caramel chip IQ Bar and the yuzu mango IQ mix, I was blown away. I couldn't believe something so delicious could be good for me. I had never had yuzu before either. In case you don't know, it's a citrus fruit, a cross between a lemon, a grapefruit, and a mandarin, which pairs well with the sweet tropical essence of mango. And right now, IQ Bar is offering our special podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text RLRC to 64,000. Text RLRC to 64,000. That's RLRC to 64,000. Regular message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. Did you know your birthday doesn't tell the whole story when it comes to how old you really are? I've learned that your biological age, basically how old your cells and organs actually are, is one of the most powerful predictors of your long-term health. That's why I was so curious to try the True Age test from True Diagnostic. It's a super simple at-home test that helps you uncover your biological age and gives you insight into your risk for things like Alzheimer's, heart disease, even early mortality. I ordered it myself because I wanted a clearer picture of my health beyond just checkups. It blew my mind to learn that if your biological age is just 5 years older than your actual age, your risk of major illness can go up by 30 to 50%. That was a wake-up call. But what really motivated me was this. Up to 90% of biological aging is driven by lifestyle. That means how we eat, sleep, move, and manage stress really matters. And we can slow it down. True Diagnostic doesn't just show you your biological age. You get a full personalized report loaded with science-backed steps to actually improve your health over time. I'm genuinely excited to see my results and make some smart changes, maybe dial in my sleep or rethink my supplements or just build better habits overall. The whole process is easy. Just a quick finger prick at home, pop your sample into the prepaid mailer, and a few weeks later, your results are online with clear, actionable insights. If you care about protecting your health and want to find out what your real age is, head over to truediagnostic.com and use my code RLRC to get 20% off your entire order or subscription. That's truediagnostic.com and use RLRC at checkout to get 20% off. Your future self will thank you. And just like the rest of them, I'm not going to stop working it. Not going to stop thinking about it. Bradley, being a high risk victim because he was involved in dope at the time. He had an addiction, right? But that doesn't give anybody else the right to murder you. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of really horrible shit. And then, another person dying during this that gave up all the information on it and they They get out of jail and they're dead the next day. Coincidence? You know how I feel about coincidences in cases like this, but we'll see. And we're going to hashtag justice for Bradley. Anytime y'all do a post or a comment or whatever, make sure to hashtag justice for Bradley. It sends it up in algorithms. It gets more people to listen. And ultimately, somebody's going to flip. And I know this. And when I say flip, I don't think the killers are going to flip. I think somebody's going to give up information that is going to help me get it beyond a reasonable doubt, right? And when it's time, I will take it to the proper authorities, and it's going to get worked, okay? But we need lifers, need you again, need you. This is justice. This dude's dead, okay? I'm telling you, he's dead. Finding his body, I already know where they said it was, but which would make it almost impossible to find. That may or may not happen, but getting the juice, if you will, and having enough evidence to present to the proper authorities that are actually going to solve the case, yeah, it's coming. And the bad guys and girls, or whoever you may be, I'm not saying any names, whoever you may be, it's coming. So I'm coming for you, and I'm going to work it. And what are you going to do? It's there, you know, there's over 100,000 cold cases in the United States of America, and less than 1% ever get solved, right? Well, we're going to be 1%ers this time. And no, 1%ers are the outlaw biker gangs. No, not that 1%. We're going to be the 1% of solving a cold case. And this case is cold, and it's hashtag justice for Bradley Stracener. And he's got a child out there. You're right. And his mama has to look at that baby every day. And she said the son, Oliver, is a spitting image of Bradley. And no one deserves to be murdered. Whatever you may have been involved in, and trust me, there's a lot, but whatever you may be involved in, no one deserves to be murdered. And every loved one deserves answers. And again, I apologize to all you who continue almost every day, send me cases, and I'll work them as we get to them, I guess you would say. But this one, for now, it's going to be 1,000% focused on hashtag justice for Bradley. Y'all go to TikTok. You can type in Bradley Stracener, and you'll see all the TikTok videos, and Morgan Baggett and I's episodes are going to be on YouTube also, if you want to see the video. But I'd ask you to please share the story. Share it. Why? It makes the bad guys scared, right? It makes the authorities have an acute political emergency, and you can no longer get on someone's private Facebook and basically shame them and laugh at them and call them names and stuff like that. That's bullshit, man. Be a professional, all right? Do your job. And at the very least, you think in my career I hadn't had motherfuckers that bashed me and said negative things and whatever. You know what I do? I don't answer it. I know the truth, okay? And the only reason to get on there and throw shade on someone, I mean, if you got criminal charges, bring it against them. But if you answer the noise, it just creates more fuel for the fire. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's the shit that set me off. Really, really set me off. And everything is bad. And I believe it could be worked, and you got witnesses, you got all this stuff, and you got motive, and there's everything there. And when you dig into it, everything is there. But why? and then I'm reading and it gets to the point, and after 5 years and 7 months, you're going to flip the script from foul play is suspected, and you done all this stuff investigation wise and et cetera. And because this lady, the mother of Bradley's child, she gets fed up and takes to TikTok and what have you to bring awareness to Bradley's case, and gets money to hire a private investigator and stuff. Then you go flip the script on her and go say ugly shit. Man, where's the professionalism on that? And fuck it, call a spade a spade. But when I used to be attached to internal affairs, Louisiana State Police, or even when I was with the sheriff's office, if we had to fire a deputy or arrest a deputy, you know what? If you're out there bad, you're doing bad shit, shame on you. I bleed blue. I love cops. It always have, always will. I don't love a fucking dirty one. And I don't love one that acts stupid and brings shame to the badge. Do your job. People put their faith in you and have for a long, long time, to the point you must have thought someone was there because you maintained contact the whole time and through Bradley's case until you didn't. And then you turn around and throw shit. Well, you threw that shit into a fan buddy because it's coming back at you. So, y'all, horrible case. I'm not going to give away too many of the details. But when I tell you it's the most in-depth case I've ever taken on because of all the different players and the different twists and angles and the stuff that Bradley, in Bradley's own words, that he wrote before he disappeared. I'm calling it a murder. Before he disappeared. And if I disappear, then go look for this. I wrote this down because I had a feeling, right? Well, guess what? We got that. And it's been proven it's his handwriting. And it definitely came out after his disappearance. I don't know, man. I wish I could tell you everything that I knew, but there's no way to do it in an hour or however many hours. But we're going to do it. We're going to tell the story. Meanwhile, while we tell the story, the tip line is going to be open. We're going to work it like any other homicide. Get on a lead, follow it until I can disprove it or I can't get off of it. So right now, as far as I'm concerned, everybody is innocent except for me and Morgan Baggett, Bradley's ex-wife, the mother of his child. Okay? That's how I'm going to approach the case. Even though I have all this other knowledge, I'm still approaching it that way. And work it old school, boots on the ground, talking to people, investigate. That's what this case needs. And we're going to bring it because y'all like and listen and share, and we've done it in the past. And I really wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't do it if I didn't think it could be solved. I really wouldn't do it. And we're going to get hashtag justice for Bradley. Okay. Bradley Stracener. You're going to see a lot of posts on social media this week about the case. I told Morgan that I'd made Morgan Baggett swear for the last 3 or 4 weeks, do not say anything about me coming because I really want to be ahead of the game. And I got there, and she drove in today and we recorded the first episode, or first couple episodes, but she gave me a lot more information, what have you. And she's been living it for the entire time. And you'll hear it in the episodes. The, needs to happen, gonna happen, gonna bring the skill set, gonna bring the lifers, going for hashtag justice for Bradley. Okay. Y'all, if you don't follow us on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, you might want to start. I'm talking about Real Life Real Crime, because now we just started a couple of days ago putting up the videos of all our episodes, and on YouTube. So if you want to see what goes on in the studio while we're recording, those are there now. And Bradley's will be also, but of course you can't do that while you're driving a car, right? So go listen to it on the Real Life Real Crime Community app. Download it for free from the App Store. Go listen to it wherever you can find a podcast, anywhere in the world. The most common question is going to be, where can we listen to it? Anywhere in the world you can listen to a podcast. Search Real Life Real Crime. Starting this coming Friday, it'll be titled #Justice for Bradley. So let's do it. Let's put it together. Man, wouldn't it be fantastic? We can get some closure for these people. And real quick, back to it on Morgan Baggy, you asked why after all these years that she's still carrying the torch. I mean, she divorced him because of the addiction. And I get that. Well, go listen to the first episode and it'll tell you why. The one that's dropping this Friday. And I commend her. She's got guts. How about that? And that's another reason I took this. I think she needs a bigger voice than what she had, but I know she needs more experience than what she's been getting from the various sources that she's been using. Right. And we're going to bring that. So that's all. Just want to drop this and y'all share. #Justice for Bradley. Go look on TikTok. I mean, every time she does a post about it, like the one she did about hinting that I was coming on. I told her, I said, you can drop hints, but I don't want anybody to know that I'm taking the case. And it got over 200,000 views in 2 days. All right. People, I know this is not the old cop stories, but people are hurting, and other people, not just the victims' families, other people want justice, and we're going to do it. But I can't do it without y'all. And I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm Woody Overton, your host of Real Life Real Crime, the podcast. In this case, #Justice for Bradley. Until next time or ever, don't let me catch you down on Murder Bayou. Peace.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney prior to or during any question. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one for you. Do you understand your rights?
When the wolf is at your door, you're running so that's for sure. He already knows all about you. Cut you down on Murder Bayou. Now you better walk the line. Real life, real crime.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-day super sale and get 40% off paints and stains June 6th through the 9th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.